Hello everybody, today is Tuesday, December 12th. It's 12:53. I'm making the video midday here. It's still about 3 hours before the market's close. And I wanted to make this video, one, to show some live positions and to talk about a few things. Really spectacular day for the auto trader today. On my left is the time and sales for the E-mini S&P. This is recorded in real time, so you can see the trades in the E-mini S&P going off at 12:54 p.m. Eastern Time at 2668.50. You can confirm this on your chart by scrolling back to a chart of the E-mini S&P and looking at the trades on the bars. You don't have to look at the time and sales, but you could just look back at the bars and you'll see it trading at this level. First up is the bonds, and we're in a live position here, short two contracts on the bond Superinco 6 tick, and we're short two at 1562.50 open profit as the bonds sell off. Sometimes the bonds trade inverse to the market, to the S&P, and certainly that's happening today. We caught this short trade early on. This actually starts trading pre-market, because sometimes we get these big moves that start pre-market. And so this took a position early on, and this has just been straight down. So quite a nice profit on two contracts in the bond Superinco 6 tick. It's been a pretty good chart overall since we've been putting our videos on YouTube for several years now. We've always tracked the bonds on this Superinco 6 tick, and this has done pretty well over the years. Okay, next up is the bonds on a 150 tick BWT Heikin Ashi chart. We started out with a loser and drew down about $700, almost $800 on this trade here, and then we came back. We went straight up from there and had three winning trades in a row, and we scaled out of positions on these trades, and we ended up hitting our goal. And you can see our goal here at 25.50. So looks like we had a couple of ticks slippage, but I'm going to say we probably hit our goal up here and got slipped at the exit. We do use a market order when we hit our goal. So really solid performance. This goes to show that there is volatility in the DAX, and a position can go against us, but the auto trader has very often recovered from a deep drawdown, especially in the DAX where we have this kind of volatility. So it's quite possible to recover and hit our goal even after a drawdown. Okay, the DAX on a Superinco 10 tick started off really strong. We had, it looks like, three winners in a row here, and that took our equity curve up to a high of 2,700. Now our goal on this one is 3,500, and perhaps it's a little on the lofty side, but we went as high as 2,600, and then we had a couple of losers drag us down to finish at 1662. So that's kind of unfortunate, but it happens. So that's what happened. If I bring this tighter together, it doesn't look so bad here, but our equity high for the day was about $1,000 higher. And so it's this kind of information that can help us make adjustments to our charts, such as the profit goal. Okay, next up is the DAX on a regular 150 tick chart, not a Heikin Ashi chart. And this had a loser that only drew down about $200, and then two winners in a row, and that brought us to our goal of 1,500 for the day, or 1,550 is our goal on this one. 1,550 and $1,000 loss limit. So this one hit its goal, and it does trade slightly different than the Heikin Ashi chart. What's interesting about this is it started trading at 8 in the morning, where the Heikin Ashi chart starts trading at 3. So I'm going to change this to start at 3 in the morning. They should all start at the open of the DAX. I think the potential is usually greater from the London open or the Eurex Open, which is 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, next up is the DAX on a 150 tick line break chart. The 150 tick was doing so well, I decided to try it on a line break chart for the first time. And this has a limit order at the close of the bar, minus 2 ticks. And we got filled here at the open, at the London Open, right here at 3 o'clock. This bar changed. So this one has a goal of 1500. And so we hit our goal on a single trade with no slippage. And you can see that really nice trade here. Can make the bars a little thinner, but quite a nice trade here. Just a single trade, 1500 out of the market in 25 minutes of trading. Okay, here is our DAX on a 34 tick line break chart, and we traded a long time ago and I had forgot about it, but so this is a shorter time frame with shorter targets, and on this one here our targets are set. First contract comes off at 25 ticks, and that looks about right. If you look at the size of the swings here, we're getting a good part of it. So this has shorter moves, but often decent swings. This is pretty solid for line break. So on this one, I put a profit goal of 2,000, and that was obviously hit. And we had a couple of ticks of slippage at the end here. This could probably be traded with a little smaller account perhaps. It was actually quite active. We drew down about $500 or so. First ran up to 1,300 and then drew down minus 500, and then it was up from there, but there was quite a few trades. But we look at the very beginning of this here. You quickly ran up to 1,300 in 25 minutes of trading here. So the DAX could be traded certainly with shorter profit goals. You have a few winning trades like this and you run up to over $1,000. If you're trading a small account or a smaller account, certainly on a chart like this you could be in the market relatively quickly. Okay, next up is the gold on a Suparenko 14 tick chart. This had a really nice trade here, a short trade, and this trade did 880 and we currently went short again. So perhaps we'll get a little more out of this if the gold sells off some more. The S&P is strong, so a lot of times the gold trades inverse to the S&P, so let's see. Anyway, pretty solid here. Okay, here's the NQ on a 987 tick Heikin Ashi chart. This was pretty active today. It's also using line break logic, and so we ran up about $400 and then drew down to minus 100, and then we came back up to a closed P&L of 335 and an open P&L currently short of 285 or so. So about 500 overall as we sit right now. Here's the E-mini S&P on a Suparenko 6 tick. This had two losers and drew down 462.50, but we've recovered most of it or all of it in the current position, currently long at 475. So if this can close to the upside, then this will have a small gain for today. Okay, the E-mini S&P on a 1597 tick Heikin Ashi chart drew down about 300 and then had a couple of trades here and recovered that, and now we're long two from 2670, and we have an open P&L of 125. Okay, the gold on the Suparenko 6 tick drew down almost $1,000 and then recovered all of it plus some with three solid winning trades in a row, as you see here. So we have a closed P&L of 290 and an open P&L of $90. Okay, next up is the crude oil on a 3-minute line break chart, and I started plotting this just a few days ago, and it's been pretty decent. Currently, it's short one contract with an open P&L of 410 and a closed P&L of 120. We drew down about $400 and then recovered it. So Our closed P&L of 120, open P&L of 410, and you can see the trades here. We are short from 57.58 on the crude. So depending on how this resolves, probably clear with a $300–500 today, maybe more if the crude sells into the close, which is about an hour from now. That's all for today's video. If you would like to find out more, please visit our website at bluewavetrading.com or contact us at systems@bluewavetrading.com. Thanks for watching today.